What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of our Kings related podcast, wherever you may be. And this post-game recap of another Kings victory on this Friday evening over the Washington Wizards. First, thank you as always for joining me for another edition of the show. And if you enjoyed this podcast, make sure you give us a follow on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and hit that subscribe button over on YouTube. What in the world is happening with this Sacramento Kings team as they picked up the fourth straight win on this Friday night over the Washington Wizards as they roll through the G1C? And the Kings, they shared the ball and they took care of business with a 128-115 victory. And they started this one early where they dominated the first quarter, followed up by an ugly second quarter. The Kings were outscored 30-19 in that second quarter. They turned the ball over 8 times in that second, 9 times overall in the first half. After they did a brilliant job in the first quarter, sharing the ball, beautiful offense, and only 1 turnover in that first quarter, the Kings had a 21-point lead, and that lead shrunk to 6-6 at halftime. Absolutely incredible. And with this win, not just the 4th win overall for the Sacramento Kings, they got their big man back in Domantas Sabonis. And despite the surprising win on this game, Sabonis, he finished with a modest 13 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists in this game. He also got a steal in there, a block. He put up those numbers in just a little over 20 minutes in this game. And he threw in 5 of 6 from the field as well. And the offense as a whole for Sacramento in this game was absolutely clicking tonight, with all 10 players who played in this game scoring at least 1 assist in this game, and even everyone grabbing a rebound in this basketball game. And Sabonis will make the headlines, and Russell Westbrook the attention for his game high 26 points. But this was a team win tonight against a equally bad Wizards team. The Kings are bad, and these 4 games for Sacramento does not solve the issues that they've had, but it's 2 bad teams going head to head against each other. But it's nice to see, because in the past, this is a game that the Kings would lose in the past. But really nice to see Sabonis back out there on the floor after missing the last 27 consecutive games with the meniscus tear in his left knee. So great to see Sabonis back. Precious Achiuwa, available. He was available for all 30 teams this offseason, and no one picked him up until Scott Perry picked him up off the streets, and then the Kings inked him to a minimum deal on early November, and he has been a huge bright spot for this Kings team, which has been a horrible season. Precious tonight, 16 points to go around with 6 rebounds as well. DeMar DeRozan, the the vet didn't take too kindly to the young player for Washington, Keyshawn George, pushing him into a crowd in the post area. Both players got technical fouls with after an incident in the second half, and that fueled DeRozan for the remainder of the game as he was spotted to go 17 points, 6 of 13 shooting from the field, and we got an angry DeMar DeRozan in this game. Russell Westbrook found his scoring touch in this ball game, and he had some moments in this ball game for Sacramento. 26 points, led the team in that category. Efficient, 9 of 14 from the field, 6 of 9 from long range in this game for Russell Westbrook. 6 assists, and a steal for the win for Sacramento in this game. And the rookies, Maxime, Raynaud, showing something new every game. And tonight was his 20th start of the season in his rookie campaign, and he gave the Kings a look at what he can do when he's got the ball in his hands as a passer. And the 7-foot dude only scored 4 points in this game, but he also grabbed 8 rebounds in this game, and he dished out a career high 5 assists in this ball game. And the other rookie, Dylan Cardwell, becoming a lob threat for the Sacramento Kings, and the energy and the moto that he brings off the Kings bench. And playing with Sabonis, we saw that double big lineup multiple times in this game, once in the first half and again in the second half, for really long stretches in this ball game. And the Kings guards had no problems finding the spacing and the rookie for highlight plays in real dunks in this game for Dylan Cardwell. And if Dylan Cardwell, I'll tell you right now, he's a good player. And what a find by Scott Perry in this front office, undrafted out of Auburn. And if Dylan can show that he can stay on the basketball floor with Sabonis, it opens up a lot of things for the Sacramento Kings going forward for the rest of this season and the off season as they continue to build this team going forward. And Dylan tonight, 8 points on 8 rebounds in this game tonight, as the Sacramento Kings improved to 12-30 on the season, beating, again, it's a bad Washington Wizards team. And even though the Kings have won 4 straight games, as I mentioned, it doesn't solve the issues that this team still has going forward. But the biggest takeaway from tonight is the rotations now for Doug Christie and this Sacramento team, that all the vets are healthy. Keegan Murray still out with an injury, and Keon Ellis missed tonight's game with knee soreness. But this feels like this has been the healthiest that the Kings have been all season. And then you got the front court with Max, who got the start as Sabonis is working his way back from his knee injury. Dylan Cardwell continues to get solid chunk of minutes with 18 off the bench for Doug Christie tonight. And Sabonis will get his minutes, see his minutes increase as we go along. But it looks like the 3 bigs for Sacramento, they will all be in that rotation going forward, depending on Dylan Cardwell's two-way contract situation, to see if they sign him to a standard two-way deal once his 50-game limit is up. But the good sign tonight was Sabonis and Dylan Cardwell sharing the floor together, and the Kings haven't had a rim protector to put next to Sabonis since he arrived in Sacramento a couple of seasons ago in that trade. And Dylan can definitely fit that bill for Sacramento, and his ability to play in that dunker spot opens up some options for him on the offensive side of the floor. So what's next for the Sacramento Kings? You got your next two games, or Sunday against the Portland Trail Blazers, a banged up Blazers team, and then you got the Miami Heat, who you beat earlier this season in Miami, decisively in Miami earlier this season, but that was a short-handed Heat team, so they're looking for some payback. But next up, a really good young Portland Trailblazers team coming into Sacramento. And can the Kings make it 5 in a row? We shall see, and we will be back for another post-game recap following that game on Sunday. So again, if you enjoyed this podcast, make sure to give us a follow on Apple Podcasts and wherever you get your audio podcasts. We are a video podcast on Spotify and on YouTube, so by all means, please catch the video feed on Spotify and YouTube. But until next time, thank you as always for joining me on this Kings related podcast post-game recap of the Kings victory on this Friday evening against the Washington Wizards. And we'll see you Sunday night following Kings and the Portland Trailblazers. Until next time, take care, go Kings, and light the beam.